Welcome to the world of Amatrius, the world of holistic resource activation. Amatrius means Advanced Mental Awareness Technologies. We want to help people with spiritual and medical advice to activate their own resources. With the Amatrius Eau de Parfums, we give you a tool for home to support your wanted emotional status. Enjoy me to have a positive uplift. Unplug me to relax and let go. Recharge me to get a power pack. And love me for the warm and tender hug. Now we want to give you something in addition. This is Martin Zoller, world famous seer, and together we introduce to you the resource activation cards.
Congratulations! I'm very happy you choose to get our very powerful resource activation cards, which will, as Nora already told you, help you to get a clear and straight guidance for all kinds of questions. For more than 20 years, I'm working as a seer and psychic worldwide and rose to fame when I found a missing plane in Bolivia. This was 1999. After 4 days of searching without any success, this plane and family members and friends of the missing passengers already got very desperate. They came up to me, they asked me for help, and studying the energetic field of the missing passengers, I was able to see that they're still alive and giving clues where to find them. These and many other experiences helped me to deepen my knowledge about intuitive and psychic abilities, and together with Nora we tried to put this knowledge in those cards, and I am very happy to have the opportunity to introduce you to them, to show you how to use them, to work with them, and to implement them successfully in your life. How are the cards used? Before you draw one or more cards, shuffle them and concentrate on the question or theme that interests you. Fan the cards out in front of you face down. Then close your eyes and briefly meditate. During the meditation, think about your question or the theme. Then open your eyes and select the cards you're drawn to. First, place them face down in front of you. Only turn them over when you are sure that you have drawn all the cards. The interpretation of the cards you can find in the manual. Each card may be interpreted separately, but also as an overall picture. Now that you learned how to shuffle the cards, we are moving on to the next very important step. Probably the most important one, and this is the reading itself. We divided our resources activation cards in 4 different groups, and each one of the groups belongs to one of the Eau de Parfums from Amatrius. We start with the Enjoy Me. The Enjoy Me is related with the element water and connects to everything what is related to healing. Healing yourself, treatments, physical but also spiritual and emotional, in general, holistic healing. Second, the Unplug Me. Unplug Me is related to the element earth and connects to your inner spirituality or your spiritual life in general. So this group is connecting to you, to your soul, to your higher and inner self. The third group is the Recharge Me. Recharge Me is connected to the element wind and is focusing on your resources, your talents, your vocation, your powers, your actions. Last but not least is the love me. Love me is related to the element fire and aesthetics, beauty, art, expressions coming from your inner and higher self. So each one of our cards belongs to one of those four chapters or groups plus the element. Don't worry, you don't need to remember all of that. It's all written in our booklet. We put 4 different positions of how to read the cards. And because you have them already, we are sharing with you in this video, and specifically and only in this video, we share with you a 5th very important position. But more about this later. So I will show you now, I will teach you now how to read the cards. The first one of the position is called the Holy Cross. Let's say you thought about a question, you shuffled them, you fanned the cards in front of you, you meditated already, and you know which 4 cards to take. So I take 4 different ones. By the way, it doesn't matter if you take it with the left or the right hand. Now, when you take the cards, just let yourself intuitively flow. Some people, they move the hands on the top of the cards. Some people, they look at the cards and feel which one to take. Important is that you find your own way to do it. So here we have the Holy Cross. 4 different cards. The card on the left shows you the past. The upper card shows you the process of the situation you asked about. It can also be a person. The card at the bottom shows you a possible obstacle, and the card on the right side shows you the outcome. So I will show you now here on this example how I would read it. We have here in the past the card Science. We have here as possible action, we have the Earth card, obstacle, the Angel, and outcome, the Intellect. So when you read the cards, there are 2 ways to do it. Either you do it intuitively or you do it through the book. Of course, you can also do it together. Let's say I'm not so familiar with the cards yet, so I see the past is sense. So I read here in the booklet, sense is on page 101. Your nose is a gateway to your spirit. Once a fragrance enters this portal, it stimulates your cellular receptors and impacts moods. Use the power of sense to take you to your chosen emotional destination. So this is a card which shows you sense is related to your personal sense. It's a way how to perceive something. So these cards, and this is very important to know, quite often you have to read the instruction metaphorically. So the sense, we have 5 senses. So in this case, let's say it would show me that I'm coming from a direction in which ones I worked with my sense. I was guided by the way I perceived a situation. In that case, you can also say, because the senses are very creative, you use them, you listen, you smell, you taste. So what brought you here is your personal perception, the way how you individually received the situation. Then we have the action to take is card number 8, is Earth. You have a strong connection to the Earth. Feel your roots deep inside your planet. They give you stability and clarity. Meditate in nature to deepen this connection and build your inner strength. Very clear, the instruction here. The card shows me that I shouldn't listen too much to what other people tell me. I shouldn't allow others to interfere in my actions, but really go in nature, meditate in nature, listen to what I feel from within myself. And again, metaphorically, the earth is also myself. I'm made out of earth. I came from earth, I go back to earth. So you see, the metaphors are very important in that case. So listen in yourself, connect to yourself, plus, as the instruction is quite clear, go outside, meditate, because sitting under a tree, sitting in an open field or on a rock is the best meditation ever. Then, possible obstacle, angels. Divine protection will be blessing that will get you through the roughest patches. Look to it, and you will never be alone during your toughest life challenges. So obviously, the angels are not the obstacles here, but in that case, again, metaphorically as well, the obstacle could be that you don't trust enough in your spiritual guidance. Maybe you have a very strong, powerful connection to your spiritual guides, to your own intuition, to your angels, but the biggest obstacle here would be that you're not listening enough to it. Maybe your angels, your guides are talking to you through dreams, maybe thoughts, maybe intuitive knowledge. Listen to it. The cards are telling you the danger would be that you don't listen to it. The last card, the future, is intellect. So this is card number 33 on page 81. Life is learning. Learning brings growth, acquires new skills, gain new insights, achieve personal and professional knowledge to get ahead. Growth is saying yes to life. You are either growing or dying. Very powerful card, because basically it shows you the future is be open for new ideas. The past was the sense, like your sense, your instincts, which brought you to this situation. Intellect shows you be open for new inspirations, be open for new skills, be open for new insights. On the other hand, it also shows you don't close yourself in old patterns, thoughts, ideas. This would be the wrong way to go here. So on one side, be open for the voice of your spiritual guidance, your angels. On the other side, be open for new intellectual insights. And if you have these cards here, intellect, it also shows you or wants to teach you that only new knowledge is bringing you to your goal. So this was the learning and reading one by one card. Now if we use the four cards together almost like as a map, we would say we are coming from a situation where we used our senses, where we used our instincts. We have to meditate a lot to move on. We have to listen to ourselves, not allow others too much to distract from what we feel intuitively, and that's also where angels and spiritual guidance is helping you. So on one side we meditate with the earth, we get inspired intuitively, we open to the spiritual world, and in the future it's important to be open to new ideas, to new thoughts, to new concepts. So you see, this is how we are learning to read these cards. Basically, with each and every question you are doing, with each shuffling, it's almost like writing a new book. So each reading is like a new book. Each card is one of the pages. So we now go to the second reading, and this would be the timeline. For the timeline, we have 6 cards we have to choose, and the timeline is giving you an idea where you come from in the past, where you're now, and where you're heading to. It's giving you an overview. 3, 4, 5, 6. The Holy Cross is giving you instructions of how to work on yourself, and the timeline is almost like the weather forecast. It shows you where you're moving towards and what to expect. More like an observer point of view. So here, for example, the past is the aura. The aura is our spiritual body, so it shows you that we are coming from a very intuitive process. Whatever this question was, it was very inspired, it was very intuitive. The present is connectedness and intuition. In that case, it shows that right now, working with people together, being with people, helping each other is important. Intuition on a very intuitive level, working with other people. This is intuition. The future is nutrition, beauty, and relationship. So nutrition is not only the physical nutrition, but it's also the spiritual nutrition. It means that what you're receiving from this process is on one side nutrition. It can also be, if the question was about money, for example, if it's about the outcome of a business, we would say we have been brought here by a very intuitive process, maybe a startup company. Right now, we work together in a team, very intuitively. It works very, very well. And the future is nutrition, beauty, and relationship. Nutrition can be food, but it can also be money. It's abundance in general. Beauty is aesthetic. It can be human beauty, it can be creative beauty, and relationship is again also the card showing you that it's teamwork. So in that case, it's perfect. Here we don't have to ask anything else. If, for example, we would have a negative obstacle in the future, then we could go back to the Holy Cross to see what we could do to resolve this obstacle. The next position is the pyramid. The pyramid is a way to read your personal position and action within a process or a relationship. For this one, you take 3 cards only. You put them like in a triangle. 3 cards. So, you have the 3 cards, and the upper card shows you the way how you have to think in this situation, like your mental structure. The left card on the bottom is emotion and intuition, how you should behave intuitively and emotionally in this situation. The right bottom card is the creative side. So again, to give you a short idea, the rational and mental side is meditation. So here the cards show you, don't think too much, do it intuitively, do it with meditation. Then the card on the left side is the heart and intuition, ash. Ash, here we have the legend of the phoenix, like you have to burn the past to open yourself for the future. Burn the past so the phoenix can come up from the ash. So in that way, this card shows you, let go even of intuitive ideas you had. Something completely new is waiting for you. It's like cut off your past, finish. And then the creative is the higher self, complements the meditation. So meditation, don't think too much about it. Let go from the past, higher self, channel the future. Like be creative, but don't be creative with what you know already, but with a completely new, intuitive way, the one you receive through your meditations. And then, from the booklet, the Portray. This is a very simple one. This is basically only one card you're choosing here. And this card can almost be compared with, for example, before you leave home, you watch in the mirror just to see how you look like. Some people do it more than others. Let's say you want to see, okay, where do I stand right now? One card. I have here, for example, resources. So this is card 27. I read in the booklet, resources. Each of us commands a wide range of available personal resources. Identify them, affirming them, and learning how to use them are necessary to tap into their potential. So here, the momentum shows me, Martin, it's time to connect to your resources. If I know what they are perfectly, I move on. If I somehow feel, what are they, or maybe there is something new, then I can go back, for example, to the other reading positions, for example, the Holy Cross, to see, okay, the card here tells me I should connect to the resources. So now I would like to know from the Holy Cross what my resources are, where the obstacle is, what do I have to do next to get in touch with them. And as I promised you, I'm sharing now with you a fifth very important position. Funny, I chose the card resources, so you see there is no coincidence. It's always all interacted with each other. So the fifth and very important position is exactly the one, how to connect to your resources. For this one, shuffling we learned, meditate we learned. Now I take 4 cards. I have almost like 2 and 2. So card 1 and card 2 are indicating me how my resources are interacting with each other. Like, what is their power? What is their strength? Card 3 and card 4 are showing me what I have to do to get to these 2 resources. So here, for example, the 2 resources connecting to each other is aesthetic and warrior. Clear guidance to go out to look for creativity. Aesthetic is also beauty, it's art, it's dynamic, it's action. Card 1 and card 2 are showing me how my resources are interacting with each other. It's like if you have 2 forces, how they combine with each other to be expressed. Card 3 and card 4 are the way I have to go to get to my resources. So again, to give you a short example of how to work with that, one of the resources is aesthetic and the other one is warrior. So either I read in the booklet or now I try to do it intuitively. I look at the cards, and this is why the cards also have images, because the images are always related to the message of the card. So aesthetic, it's beauty, it's creativity. So on one side, one of the resources is aesthetic. It's expression, it's dynamic. And the other one is warrior. Warrior is to go out, to move, not to stay home, not to be closed behind my walls, but really intuitive, creative warrior. This is my resource. Maybe for a long-term period, maybe just for today or tomorrow. This depends on the process. Now, the way how to get to this creative warrior, to this intuitive creative warrior, is inner guidance and relaxation. So on one side, it's about to become active, to go out, but on the other side, the cards show me don't run now. First, wait, hold on, keep yourself back, relax, connect to your inner guidance. This is the way how to get to the aesthetics. And by meditating, by relaxation, you connect to your inner guidance, and your inner guidance is giving you the tool and the idea of how to become creative and to get out there with what you have to do. On one side, the cards are very complex, but on the other hand, and on the other side, they're very, very easy as well. All you have to do is to use them, to work with them, to learn how to interact with them, because working with those cards is like an interaction. It's almost like they talk to you and you talk to them, and then there is a kind of communication, and they help you to understand your path. Working with those cards or with any cards are like learning a new language. Don't expect it to understand fully today and tomorrow, but give yourself time, be patient, and then I know it will work out, and those cards will be a perfect guidance for you in your life to help you and to help others. And in this process, I'm wishing you all the best. Enjoy, have fun, take care, and lots of inspirations with our cards. Bye.